Good afternoon. I welcome you to GodTalk, the official video blog of the First Baptist Church of Jesus Christ. I'm blogging today to discuss a terrible play I just saw. It's called Waiting for Godot, written by Samuel Beckett, and quite frankly, it is more boring than a bunch of rocks. I suppose my overall point is, Waiting for Godot is a pointless play in which nothing happens, and I find that people are reading into the nothing that is there and coming up with some truly offensive meanings. At the intermission of the play, I went to get a club soda because I thought that'd be more exciting than the first act. As I was in line, I heard some loudmouth talking about how Godot was an allegory for God and how these two men, Vladimir and Estragon, were not of this plane of existence. This is just like my video blog where I reviewed that terrible song, What If God Was One of Us? I felt the need to remind my parishioners that God is our personal Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, and is not of this world. He died so that we may live, not so that we could write about him in our little fantasies. I assure you, Godot is just a man that never comes. The text even proves my point. In the first act, Vladimir is talking to a boy. Vladimir asks him, "You work for Mr. Godot?" The boy responds, "Yes, sir." Vladimir asked him what he does for him, and the boy replies, "I mind the goats, sir." It even says it right there. Mr. Godot. Mr. He is a man, and the boy clearly tends to this man's goats. Clearly the boy has a way with goats, and he is helping out the untimely Godot. Just after the passage, Vladimir asks the boy, "Whom does he beat?" Him being Godot, the boy replies, "He beats my brother, sir." That settles it. If Godot was God, he would be all righteous and all powerful, but he would never beat a young boy. My God is a kind God and a patient God, and would never engage in such activity. Lastly, if Vladimir and Estragon are not of this plane of existence, then I guess the Earth is 4.5 billion years old. The definitive version of hell is fire and brimstone, and eternal suffering with damnation. The descriptions of the play clearly describe Earth. There is no fire, there is no hell in Waiting for Godot. It is just a pointless play that should have never been made. Thank you, and that concludes this week's episode of God Talk. Stay godly, my friends.